Yo, 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 what up, y'all? It's your boy Time Out, aka T Matrix, and we back again, y'all, for tonight's Wednesday session. You know what I'm saying? So, I got a couple of things I wanted to get off my chest real quick. First things first. All right, this goes out to all you people on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and any other platform that you own. When you send out a message saying that you are uh, looking to work with people and you're trying to get artists to work with you, right? When you send out that message, be serious. Be serious about it. Don't sit there and say you looking to work with people. And this is not a direct shot at none of them. This is a message for all of them. When you say you're serious about working and you're trying to get to work and you're trying to get some business done, be about your business, man. That's all I'm saying. Be about your business. If somebody reaches out to you, respond back. Let them know what you're trying to do. If you got a price that you're trying to kick them, start with that. Start with your price. Let them know Let them know up front. Don't make it seem like, okay, I want to work with you, and you really don't want to work with me. You just trying to get to my pockets. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying. Be about your business. This goes out to, like, if you are one of those people on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, whatever it is, whatever the platform may be serious, man. Like, be serious. If you go put out a mass message like that, and you say you want to work with people, when people respond back to them. Be on your top business, man. It makes you look bad at the end of the day if you don't get back at them. It don't make me look bad. It makes you look bad. It makes you look unprofessional. You know what I'm saying? And this is like I said, this is not directed to any particular person. You know what I'm saying? This is all of y'all that's saying that y'all interested in working. Be serious, man. Be serious about what you're doing. That's all I wanted to say with that. Now that I got that out the way, I also I wanted to touch base on something. I was watching the Ray Report. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I can move this closer. I was watching the Ray Report, and man, Ray Daniels said something that made so much sense, man, and it almost made me look differently at the way I should view my music business. You know what I'm saying? It made so much sense. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing is, I don't think that we as the artist community, or we as a group of independents, have even thought about this, in this perspective. We look at top artists that are winning, and how they move. And we've only been getting part of the picture. We've only been getting part of the picture. We ain't been getting the whole picture, you know what I'm saying? And it's a different mind state. It's a different mindset that comes along with it. Not to say that you can't work together, but it's an ultimate different mind state, at the end of the day. And I want to know if you think this is wrong or if you think it's right, So, all right, with all that being said, I'm going to show this video, and I'll come back after it, and then we'll talk about it.
When you watch your favorite superhero movie, that nigga kills thousands of people.
To save one or two people.
We usually don't care because they're considered bad people to us, right?
Yeah.
But when you watch Iron Man and he's blowing shit up, people are dying.
Yeah.
It's just bad people. It's how you look at it. It's who you're a hero for. Jay is a hero for him and his. And that's why I think a lot of people frustrated him, because a lot of people wanted to get at his table because they love him so much, then realize
he's not letting you sit.
I don't give a fuck how much money you make him. You ain't Emery, nigga.
Okay. That was a lot to unpack right there, man. That's a lot to unpack. So basically, what Ray Daniel was saying is, when you watch a movie, right? Say it's a superhero movie, right? All of us be rooting for the superhero, and a lot of the times there's a lot of collateral damage that happens in these fight scenes where the superhero is taking out all kinds of bad guys. He probably done killed doggone 5, 6, 700 bad guys. You know, man, I'm exaggerating. I'm being over the top. You know, but he done killed all these bad guys, but we automatically look at it from the perception of these are ultimately bad people, so it's not a bad thing. And if you take that ideology and you apply that to your business acumen, basically you saying, all right, I don't care who I need to defeat. In a sense, I'm gonna make sure me and mine is winning at the end of the day. Is that do y'all think that's a good way of doing business? I think that I think that is something that should be taken with a grain of salt, and I think basically that it's a better way of doing it, you know. But who am I to go against $1 billion label, you know, to say that how they're operating, how he's operating is right or wrong. I'm just somebody that's sitting back just trying to get my little area in, you know, whatever, you know, to get my crowd up, you know, whatever, so we can win. But like I said, I think that for me, I would probably do things a little bit differently, man. I would do it just slightly differently. And I know I'm not the best of person to be speaking on this subject, but I have been enlightened by that form of thinking. And most of the time, that's what it's about. Like, you know, in this music industry, it's trying to be enlightened by different thought forms, different ways of thinking about a situation. So, with that being said, what I would like is for whenever I move in life, I don't like to burn bridges unless it's absolutely necessary. Like if you're just dealing with somebody that has no goal of you succeeding ever. Like if they're just there for them and them only, then that's not a good look. That's not a good look if they're just there for them and them only. All right, if you're dealing with somebody and you have a team of people, if you have a team of people, you want to make sure your team wins at the end of the day. That's what you want. You want to make sure your team wins. You want people to be like, I'm gonna make sure my whole team eat. And you don't want to burn no bridges in the process. I got this echo going on. Is it testing one? Oh, nah, okay. It's not an echo. I think it's just me. But yeah, you want to make sure your team wins at the end of the day. So I guess in a sense, I see where he's coming from, but I would rather not burn bridges unless it was absolutely necessary, because my thing is you never know who's going to be what in life. You never know who's going to be at the top. Like I could be on the bottom of the concrete today, but then something could change in my life and I can be on top of the world the next and be the head person running the show. You know what I'm saying? You never know where life decides to take you. You know, all you can do is put in the work and make the effort to get towards that goal. That's all you can do. So with that being said, that was an interesting way of looking at different things. That was an interesting way of looking at how to operate in business. You know what I'm saying? And and it almost made me change my mindset a little bit. Like I'm gonna give you. Let me see. Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. Uh, so you can see where my mind is. All right. On some of the past episodes or whatever, I told y'all that I had my landlord. He was working on the floor, right? So, he had to tear out half of the floor in the living room. He had to replace some joints. Like he took out one large, huge joint, and he replaced it with four individual joints. Basically, all right. If you would look at it as in beams in construction or ironwork, he took out one beam and replaced it with four beams. Then he added joists in between to connect those beams. Right now, that was something that he had to do, but at the same time, he was doing it for this house, which I stay at and I rent it, with my family. So, I decided, I took it upon myself. I said, I'm going to help him get this done. So the faster it gets done, the faster we can get back to normalcy in our lives. You know what I'm saying? So when we got done, at the end of it, he asked me, he said, hey, how much do I owe you for helping me out? It wouldn't have got done without your help. One side of me was like, I should just charge him a price and just say, okay. But then the other side of me was like, he's working on your house. He's working on the house that you stay at. You know what I'm saying? So how would you look charging him? So what I told him, I said, don't worry about it. I said, don't worry about it. I appreciate you getting it done. And, we left it like that. I know some people would have been like, man, nah, get your money. Okay, now, with that whole scenario, I gave you the scenario. Now, if I was looking at it from the perspective of what Ray Daniel was talking about, I could have been like, you know what? Nah, charge him for helping. You helped him. You didn't have to help him. It was not your responsibility to help him. So go ahead and charge him. I could have did that, but then say some experience happens to where I'm not able to get the money to him in time or something like that, and he's like, man, that dude charged me for da 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 da. Man, nah, I ain't giving him no more extra time, no nothing or whatever. Not saying that that's something that's going to happen or could happen or whatever, but just throwing a hypothetical situation out there. Being that I told him, look, man, don't worry about it, it's fine, that probably could work in my favor. Also, I happen to know this individual landlord. I used to go to church with him back in the day when my father was living. So I also know him as well. When we moved into this house, how many years ago? It's been probably about like 6 years ago, maybe 7. Like back then, I didn't know he was the landlord of this house because we pay our rent through a realty company. So, but as years progressed, I learned that was the landlord, and I actually knew the guy. Nice guy too. So, that being said, that's the scenario which I wanted to throw at y'all, and that's the different ways of looking at how you move and in particular in business. So when it comes to how I want to move in the music business for now, and I'm going to keep that thought frame in my mind as a grain of salt, and move forward accordingly, but still, like I said, I'm not going to step on no toes unless absolutely need be. That being said, let's get to the music, man. We gonna get to the music. Let's go ahead and let's I'm not gonna play Real Boss. I'm gonna go over here. I'm I'm gonna play some stuff from here, man. Let's see here. I'll give you this.
Shots ringing all the time, most get sent to the other side. Too many parents question why. The reason for the killings, too much drilling. For the young ones, they don't care who they hit. Rappers doing higher for hits. Now homeboy flip this lifestyle. Now he going to trial. Point you out on the stand. Now you stuck. Judge lock us up. Too many make life so rough. We grieve for what? Beef over stuff. Now he holding some stuff. Now you get jealous over the paper. You gotta ask God to save ya. Some change like the weather. You're selling your soul for cheddar, for a meal or whatever. But I'm pushing to the max. These are facts I speak on the record. You gotta keep stepping. This South Bronx section. Now you get the message. Now you get the message.
Hear them shots ring, close calls and casualties, letting off hot things, you got the message. I only had to spend once, professional smoke, some of y'all is getting sent up. Hear them shots ring, close calls and casualties, letting off hot things, you got the message. I only had to spend once, professional smoke, some of y'all is getting sent up.
Yo, all right. Yeah, so that joint right there was Seox, Planet Asia, and Stay Strapped. That was just part of it. You know, if you want to get the whole thing, that's part of the free album, which I'm going to get to after this broadcast or whatever, you know. So I played that joint for y'all, man. You know, let's see here. I'm going to go, excuse me. I'm going to go ahead and play another joint. This is the female response to She Flawless, you know what I'm saying, by her. It's called Her Side by Glow, featuring Time Out.
I ain't flawless cause you said it, boy, I earned this glow. Don't confuse my hustle with the things you think you know. You say, leave that paper girl alone like I'm a cursed hoe, but you was front row. Every time I win and touch that gold, I don't need no mind control, I just move with skill. If I like designer, baby, that's cause I pay my own bills. You call me flawless, like it's something you expose, now I'm flawless, cause I did it on my own. You said I'm flawless, drip down, love Gucci and shine, but you left out how I grind for it, every dollar mine. Yeah, I like to go, but I go cause I got options. Ain't worried about no price tag when I'm the one who's shopping. You say I don't mean no harm, like I'm some walking trap, but every time you leveled up it's cause I held you on my back. A paper girl shut, cause I grew up with nothing. Now I chase goals, big checks, real money coming. You call it mind control, I call it confidence. Funny how my presence turn your ego to incompetence. You warn them leave that girl alone, like I'm danger, but I'm only dangerous to lazy men and strangers. Cause you said it, boy, I earned this glow. Don't confuse my hustle with the things you think you know. You say leave that paper girl alone like I'm a cursed hoe, but you was front row. Every time I win and touch that goal.
Yeah, so that was Her Side featuring Glow right there, y'all. Tonight I ain't gonna be on that long, man. I'm not gonna be on too long or whatever, you know. So I just wanted to get on. Let me see. I'll play one more joint, and then we go call it a quits, man. Let me see. Let's go here. Oh, that's the Ray Daniels footage. Let's go here. We gonna play one more joint, man. One more joint, and then we go shut it down, man. I just wanted to get that in front of you. At the end of this, you gonna see the two commercials, the Iconic Legacy, and you gonna see the Syncify commercial. Remember that if you want to be a part of the Syncify community, all you gotta do is click this link. Well, not click this link, but hit this QR code that's right here, scan it with your phone, and you can be a part of the Syncify community. I already touched on what the Syncify community is, and that's what it is right there, man. So let's go ahead and let's play. We gonna play Oh My God. We gonna play a joint, play a little bit of this.
Charge 60 for a show, 500 for the album. I need my back in at the door, my God. I'm charging 60 for the show, 500 for the album. I need my back in at the door. My God, God mode activated, made in His image. Let's get acclimated to the God life. Earn your stripes, graduated, never over exaggerated, often underappreciated. Right under His scope, you got the scale, you got the dope, and the steeple chasers. Never ever lose the faith. God, if you could be so gracious, never ever lose a race when you're running for that piece of papers. Money over everything but God, if I'ma keep it basic. Watching the world as it spin, it's like a top on the floor, top back and blow like the wind. Top off the tank in the truck, then sit the truck on some rims. Thought I was describing my truck, I was describing my pen. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my God. Try to do a 360 with no tie rods. Try to do a verse against me with no fly bars. Wanna do a perfect 10-piece, you know I charge. I'm charging 60 for a show, 500 for the album. I need my back in at the door, my God. I'm charging 60 for the show, 500 for the album. I need my back in at the door, my God. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah. So, all right, y'all. We done hung in there for a minute, man. We gonna go ahead and shut it down. We gonna close the show out, yo. It's been time out, T Matrix. Yo, man. Appreciate everybody that enjoying the live. Appreciate all the chat. You know, appreciate everything, man, y'all. Keep doing what you're doing. Enjoy these commercials as they are about to be afoot.
Calling down's what you made. We taking power back now. Let the platform get played. Hey. Upload, single play. You can start the day. Upload, single play. Get your artist pay. Upload, single play. They've been in the wing for Spotify. We on Sensify. Cash out on your plays. No subscription on your neck. This ain't tax on your hope. This that keep what you make. This that cut out the joke. You can sell tracks, pack stems. Get your sinks in the show. Turn that DM to a D. Turn that stream to a dope. Old heads, new kids. Same dreams, same fight. Trying to feed your whole fam. I'm a first you right. So we built a new lane. Let the suits get mad. There be artists in the room screaming, run that back. It's that street ad bust.
Experience is here. 28 tracks, all fire, built for the way you move, built into the app. Iconic legacy experience, hip hop elevated.
Tap in, vibe out, it's the legacy route.
Stream now.